I'm Brooke Rosso, and this is my audience. If you are dying a slow and painful death, would you want to go through that and leave your family with thousands of dollars in debt from your treatment? Some people choose physician-assisted suicide instead. This topic interests me, and I have done research in the last week to find out more about it and to solidly take one side based off actual knowledge. After this speech, I hope you choose to allow assisted suicide to be a choice to those who are suffering from a terminal illness. Some people say that assisted suicide is too widely available. They ask what would stop any person from going in and getting this life-ending pill. FocusOnTheFamily.org also says that with rising healthcare costs, the so-called right to die may soon become the duty to die. This means once people grow old, their family might pressure them to take this pill so they don't have to pay for their health care. To that I say the opposing side doesn't know what they are talking about. According to CNN.com, assisted suicide is only allowed when two physicians have declared the patient has a terminal illness and has less than 6 months to live. You can't get a prescription because you are old or you are depressed and want to end your life. And what type of family would want you to take your life simply because you are old? In most places, the patients also have to talk to a counselor and healthcare providers who help show them that there are other options. According to ERLC.com, this controversial topic is only legal in 5 states: California, Oregon, New Mexico, Washington, and Vermont. So you don't simply walk into the hospital you live by and ask to get the pill to end your life, and then walk out the same day with it. There's a long process that gives the patient time to change their mind and make sure they know what they want to do. That's another argument. The patient could change their mind and not end up wanting to take the pill. What if this is something they decide last minute and end up regretting immediately after they swallow it? Once you take it, you can't go back and change your mind. It's too late. Like I mentioned previously, you don't simply walk in and out of hospital the same day with this prescription. There's a process. The patient must give oral consent to the doctor, then 15 to 20 days later give oral consent again. In between, they must also give written consent. This gives them time to think about what they are doing and for their loved ones to voice their opinions on the matter. According to deathwithdignity.com, 32% of people who get the pill end up not taking it. They simply want that option and to be able to feel like they have that choice. At the end of that time, if they want to be the one that controls how and when they die, why should you be the one that stops them? Doctors heal, not harm. That is true, but doctors are also there to provide and care for you. This involves making sure you are comfortable at the end of your life. They don't enjoy seeing their patients in pain, and if there is something they can do, they want to do it to help. According to USCCB.com, most physicians don't provide adequate pain relief. This sometimes is beyond their control, but the source also states that there are changes being made to better train and prepare physicians for pain control. While these changes are being made, there are people currently suffering because they aren't getting the pain relief they need. Although it is illegal in those 5 states, there's also the matter of finding a doctor who is willing to do it. It is their moral right to decide if they want to prescribe this life-ending pill or not. They have to think about whether it goes against their code of ethics and religious beliefs to make the decision themselves. Many people also try to stop this because in the Bible it says, "Thou shalt not kill." They say killing yourself is a sin, and if you do it, you won't go to heaven. While it is their right to decide never to do that, it should not stand in the way of others who decide to. Those bystanders are not the ones who are dying either way. I've seen what happens to a person when they get ALS. They slowly lose control until they can't speak, eat, go to the bathroom, or breathe on their own. At the end, they can't even tell their family they love them, or communicate in any way. You end up trapped inside a body that doesn't work. For some people, choosing to die earlier on in that process seems like the best decision. They don't have to make their family watch them slowly deteriorate, and they can feel like they have control in some way. Those bystanders don't know what the person is going through. These people are people who are going to die in 6 months or less. The people who speak out against it are people who most likely have long lives ahead of them. How will they ever truly understand? To recap, The opposing side says assisted suicide is too easy and available, not what doctors should do, is a decision people don't think over enough, and goes against the Bible. I say that there is a process that makes sure that not anyone can obtain this prescription. Doctors have to make that choice for themselves, and most patients aren't getting the pain relief they should be. This is a decision which those people do not take lightly, and one that strangers should not have a say in. This decision is quite literally one that is life-changing. People who decide to go to a physician for medically assisted suicide have thought it over and are dying anyways. Most simply want to control in, how, when, and where they die. I hope you choose to allow assisted suicide to be a choice to those who are suffering from a terminal illness, not for yourself, but for those people who need the choice to take back control over their lives, over the disease that has already taken over.